Trump and Republicans will be blamed for government shutdown, new poll finds. President Donald Trump has spent the past few days using his Twitter account to blame Democrats for a potential impending shutdown, hyperbolically accusing them of favoring amnesty for all over the U.S. military, but his tactic isn't working. According to a new poll out Tuesday, Americans will blame Trump and the Republican Party should Congress and the president fail to fund the government past the Friday night deadline. This is the way it should be. Typically, if a shutdown happens, the party that is in power and the president get the blame. That's what happened to Obama. You know, when Republicans, put their feet in the sand or kind of were unbudging on everything, which they were, Democrats took the heat for it. That's why Democrats had a horrible showing in the midterms. Well, one of the many reasons Democrats had a horrible showing in the midterms. One of the many reasons that, they didn't get the White House in 2016. People blamed the Democrats. It hurt Obama, too. It would be the same thing here. The person that sits in the White House, the party that's in power, will take the blame for a shutdown. That's why the Democrats, in this case, should be stubborn. They should be stubborn about CHIP. They should be stubborn about DACA. And they should say, look, if you're not going to fund these programs that help people, all because you want this wall and you want more money for defense, we're going to stand our ground. We're not going to go along with this. And then they need to report to the people and say, look, we're fighting for stuff like DACA. We're fighting for stuff like CHIP. We're fighting for poor people so that they get health care and they get help. You're fighting for just more ways to give money to your friends, basically, which is essentially what Trump and the Republicans are doing. This is an opportunity for Democrats to really hurt their likability and really help themselves going into the midterm. Will they do it? Probably not. I mean, Chuck Schumer already rolled over and played dead. We talked about a story yesterday where apparently Chuck Schumer is having a hard time with the Democrats because they're not just coming around and giving Republicans what they want. And this is why it's so hard. Because politically, the Democrats are doing everything they can to once again snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. There is no, they are basically the Washington Generals of political parties. Where they're it looks like they're basically paid to lose. They are either the most inept party in American history or they're paid to lose. And honestly, it's a little bit of both because the donor train keeps on rolling, whether they win or lose. And making their donors happy involves them losing most of the time. So a new Hart Research, getting back to this article, a new Hart Research poll commissioned on behalf of the liberal organization MoveOn.org found that even before hearing any specific policy disagreements, 42% of Americans would blame Donald Trump and congressional Republicans for a government shutdown, which is 31% instinctively laying the blame at the feet of Democrats. So there you go. Democrats, use this opportunity to really put your feet in the sand. And they're making it out like this is a bad thing, by the way. They're already making it out like, the other Democrats are giving Chuck Schumer a hard time. Because, the Democrats that are starting to be vocal against this are the Democrats that want a chance at the White House in 2020. Because they know where public opinion's at. Public opinion wants DACA, wants CHIP, wants help for the working class and the poor. You know what they don't want? They don't want this stupid wall. This stupid wall. So, I'd like to see the Democrats be more of an actual quote-unquote resistance. I'd like to see that. I'm not counting on it. I can't. I don't have confidence in them to do the right thing. I don't have confidence in them to have the good strategy they need. I mean, 2018 should be a blue wave. The Democrats should destroy in 2018, but I don't have much confidence they're going to. Because they still don't really have a strong message. They still don't have any type of policy opposition. And look at all they've gone along with the FISA bill. They've gone along with, they couldn't stop the time. I mean, there's so many things where they just rolled over and played dead or just went along. They gave the $80 billion in military spending. They just handed it to Trump. So I don't have much confidence. Dem Socialist says they clearly don't want to win. Yeah, I'm with you. I can't resist that. Yeah, I can't really. No pushback here. I mean, how can you really even? Polling shows the Dems lead by single digits on generic ballots. Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that if the Democrats are just going to rely on Trump fatigue, which is what they're trying to do, yeah, they're going to see some victories from that, sure, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. I really don't. And here's a poll that indicates that people are going to blame the Republicans, as they should. That makes sense. They're the party in power. They got the White House. They got the Congress. They got the Senate. They should be. The majority power is who should be blamed when something like a shutdown happens. Or maybe should's not even the right way to put it, but like that's who will get the blame. That's just how it works. Joe says Dems' new slogan, "We stand for nothing." I'm with you. One party gives you nothing to vote for, the other party gives you something to vote against, and that's our system. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.